Oh,
Okay. Yeah, let me fix that for you.
I mean, it's really easy for me to just keep moving you to new maps. I love doing it too. So
Are you being
please.
sarcastic?
What?
Okay. Just
Oh.
FYI, I don't know how to remove them once I put them on.
Yeah, well, what's even funnier about that is that I can't actually get rid of them myself. So I have to keep redoing fucking maps when you guys draw on them, when you do shit.
I thought you liked the drawing.
The drawings were fine, but then you
But
got so
then-
bored, you got so fucking bored that you put all the Amarok pictures on there.
See, this is why it takes us like 4 hours to get out of a shop.
Because you do this.
Ugh, but anyway,
Shit. Just reload the map. Just reload the map.
Delete
And
every
behave,
single one
everybody.
of your Amarocks. Hello?
Yeah, just reload the map and everybody behave.
Why is there already 4 Amarocks?
because
Late.
I'm gonna buy.
Okay, we got to get back in the serious mode like we were in the last game.
It gives me the giggles.
No, but why is there already 4 Amarocks?
Ah, nothing.
He had a litter.
Oh, hey, how'd you do that?
I deleted them.
I thought you said you. Okay,
The GM can do everything.
I cannot read.
But anyway.
these. Zoom in. Ah, there we go.
Don't pay too much attention to the name of some of those because they've been changed. This may not be an edited map, but I just threw it on.
Missed fan. Chernoka.
But anyway, okay. Session 7, is it? Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
So,
Your mountain regions and potential fault lines are messing me up, man. Especially when you look at the borders. But geography aside.
Hmm.
yes. So a lot of stuff happened. A lot of things actually happened, both on and off screen. And I will. Yeah, I suppose I'll do my best to go over everything. I know it's been a little bit, and
Behave.
some people just got through another game. So pretty much what happened last time was another big RP or talkie session. You guys had some words with Dimira. Learned a little bit about her and yourselves, and enjoyed a nice carriage ride and back to the capital. I don't suppose anybody would want me to go through everything that you talked about during that carriage ride, so we'll just say, yeah, you had a nice little talk and people learned some stuff. You got back to the capital. You then met a woman, a business, which you can say a more modern, more affluent kind of modern dressed type, more modern than you've ever seen. Something oddly dressed, we'll say, in a suit of sorts with some cufflinks with the letter M on them, and she went by the name Lucina Milian. She was wearing a triple-breasted coat.
No, she was triple-breasted. That's what I remember.
Yes, you remember the words triple-breasted, absolutely, and everybody had a big fucking laugh about it. That was another good point of it. So, yes, you met her, and then you also met Dimira's sister. And yeah, they didn't really get much from her. You
sorry.
groped some people. You're fine.
Yeah, she hit a new combo. The most groups per small time frame.
It's the max amount, absolutely, it's ever been. I put too many. I just put too many women in front of her, honestly.
You think it would be different if you put a male in front of me?
No, but I've only really put women in front of you, and this has happened.
You're enabling her.
Actually,
You're like her drug dealer.
I didn't see you crotch grope any one of those dudes who were in that carriage ride
I
on the
guess
way back
that's
from the prison.
Centaur.
But you gave him a little cheek kiss, absolutely.
Yeah.
I imagine the person. You know what? No, getting off track. Anyway, okay. Some groping happened. You met her sister. Didn't get much. Lucina gave you. Yeah, Lucina gave you her card, and told you all that if any of you ever wish to speak to her again, then everyone must wish to speak to her again with the card in hand. Now, the
When she said wish, did like a TM pop up in the air or like an asterisk after it?
everyone must pretty much have the same desire to speak with her, as in everybody must want at the same time to speak with her. They wish to.
Okay.
It was Lucina that gave us that?
Yes.
Okay.
Which just had her the M on one side and then the 3 sevens on the other. Dimira was ushered away back to wherever she came from or wherever she was going. And yes, and Lucina followed them as well. You were all then paid by Tessie.
Yep.
And then I believe that's it that happened on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Off screen, we'll run through just a little bit because there's a lot of combo shit that happened. And this is more for the audience than anything. So off screen, you all went back to the tavern to celebrate. At least that's
Well, they did.
they did. I don't really know what James did. But
James was
They-
selling genuine Kraken beef.
right. But the majority of the party went back to the tavern. Some conversations happened between Amarok and Alabaster, or like just the usual back and forth stuff between them. We get an interesting combo between Arusha and
Menador.
Arusha and Alabaster first. Arusha and Alabaster have a little back and forth where we learn some interesting things about Alabaster's personality, and that, well, she may just be putting up a show, a facade of sorts. This whole groping and all of this stuff that she does may just be a front to, well, an emptiness that she has for not feeling of this world, we'll say. They have a little deep combo about that, and Arusha, we learn a little bit about Arusha and how she her aura sensing ability, and how she discovered this. And that's pretty much it there. Then we have another interesting conversation, another private conversation actually between Menno and Arusha, where we learn essentially. Sorry about this. Just a minute. Okay. So Arusha initially wanted to check in on Menadora, much like she wanted to with Alabaster, because there's something she sensed, mainly a negative sort of chi about her. She visited her in the night. Menadora was in nothing but her underwear. There's a bit of a back and forth about how just some personal stuff, like just some kind of more so unimportant stuff about how Menadora doesn't like parties and whatnot. But basically, the question that Arusha asks is, "What are you?" Mena responds, because now she has a strange feeling about Arusha, and then questions her back. Then we find out about Arusha. We find out some important stuff about Arusha that I won't say now due to the implications to the party. I could, yeah. But suffice to say, we learn a very important thing about Arusha that we'll hold off from the audience for the moment. But suffice to say, we learn, a bit about her, and then we learn about, and then a strange thing happens between the two of them, where a connection forms, a very, what one would consider, a sub-dom sort of connection. And not the way, well, maybe the way some would think, but yes, a connection forms, and then immediately, Menno, there is a point where Menno does touch Arusha on her shoulder and feels an incredible amount of power. And then, spoiler stuff, don't want to go into that right now, but but then Arusha asks for Menadora's help in dealing with this, and in this, a relationship is formed where an unprecedented thing in this world happens, where Arusha actually kneels in front of Menadora and pledges herself to her. And essentially she actually agrees to a sort of pseudo-slave deal. And that is all that happens off screen. And here we are. So what I'm just going to say is, when we start, we're going to open on the tavern. It wasn't that like. Let's just say you guys partied for quite a little while and then you passed out, and you guys slept like way up until, I'd say, sometime in the morning. Whoever wants to wake up first, we'll get to there. But yeah, we open on the tavern, and we're going to come in. And yeah, so who wants to? Does anybody wake up first? Who wakes up first?
I mean, I can wake up.
So,
Sleeping by a window. Sun got up.
what time are you assuming they all went to sleep?
Well, it would have been about.
What time did we get back? What time did we get back?
It was like early afternoon. I'd say around like 2 or 3-ish. So if you guys partied immediately afterward, and let's say you even partied until nighttime, like because you drank until you passed out or whatever, then like I'm going to just jump to the morning unless somebody wants to. Does somebody have anything they want to do like the other day, like where they find just jumping to the morning?
Nope.
I do, but I'll not
Okay.
for the sake of everybody else.
So, well, that's an interesting question, James. You didn't join them at the bar, so
Nope.
where would you be at this point in time? We're going to.
What point of time is that?
Well, it's going to be the morning. This is
Oh.
because everybody would have been passed out. But where would you be? Where would you have gone during the tavern bits? Yeah, like the party goes off to do their thing. Or should I just start with them and then we'll jump to wherever you are? Would you have returned to the tavern?
That's what I was just doing, like a spot roll to see if I didn't quite determine yet because I wasn't sure when we got back and time frames and stuff, plans and things. Yeah, I would have gotten back probably around dinner time with
Okay.
heavily laden bags of goods and other such stuff.
Right. Right. Shopping. Absolutely.
Shiny new armor, lots of metal and other pokey bits and bags, pump bags, stuff.
Awesome. Okay. So yeah, so we'll say that everybody is in the tavern. So yeah, so I guess Alabaster,
at the
you
crack
would
of
want. Yes. So okay. So yes, James, I would imagine would be the first to wake up in that case. Then, if memory serves. So, does anybody sleep in or try to sleep in again, or does everybody want to wake up at any time? Or...
May I wake up?
My character usually will
Wake
sleep
up
in,
quite early.
unintentionally so.
Okay, so Alabaster.
Rock sleeps in.
All right.
Oh, God.
What about you, Arusha? What would you have been doing? Okay.
Sleeping, I guess.
He's
Yeah, we'll
deaf
say-
and
I mean, he's
muted.
deaf.
Why is he
Yeah.
deaf and muted?
Sleeping.
Good question.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll just say he's sleep.
All this time?
She's dead tired. So much happened in her life the other day. So,
It's
But
as
yeah.
if some being is controlling her and making her sleep.
but okay. So you two actually would meet each other in the morning on your way out. Yeah. So you would come up at about we'll say crack of dawn. So about we'll say
5 in the morning,
yeah.
6 in the morning, one sunrise.
6. That's 6. We'll say.
5:30 then.
All right. So yeah, you two get up real fucking early.
Yep.
Early
bird gets the worm.
And yeah, you come downstairs. There's no music playing at this time right now. No, there's a chair to set up for there's a few chairs to set up for musicians, but nobody's come in for it yet. And you see just the bartender and one or two people around. You see the same.
Wes back.
What's that?
What's
Oh,
back?
back.
Okay. Are you
Anyway.
with it? Are you with me, Arusha?
Yeah, I was a little busy.
Oh.
That's fine. You were just probably going to sleep through this whole thing anyway.
You know, this time.
But anyway, so yeah, you guys come out. There's just the bartender, doing her thing, and then one or two waitresses doing breakfast and putting it out for a few people. And nothing too important happening there.
I waltz over just to spare you. I waltz over and I place. Where's this value. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, I put oh god, 2 gold pieces. What? I put 2 gold pieces on the counter, and I ask for oh wait, there's 5 of us now. Fuck you guys. I put 2.5 gold pieces on the table, and I ask for 5 meals, or 5 days worth of meals. I assume we'll be here for a day's time. And I inform her that if me or my compatriots, whom I'm sure she's aware of, are not here to get our meals at the specified times of lunch and dinner, then to give them just to whomever so desires them. But I pay for 5 full days worth of meals.
That's uncharacteristically like James.
How so?
Giving up money.
So 2.5 gold pieces. All right, yeah. So she would.
I also add that the breakfast be a little greasier than normal
There you go.
for my compatriots. You're all hungover. It's gonna help.
What do you mean all?
Yeah. So she would. She'd look at you like she'd nod and she'd. What's that?
I'm still a kid, you know.
Oh yeah. But yeah. So she nods and she takes the gold and she shouts out back and she says Dale. Yeah. And there's she says 5 meals. 5 pork specials. And then and she says lay the grease on extra thick.
I mean, I yeah, you know, never mind.
What is it, Callie?
No, I was gonna say, like, I hope you understood why I was, you know, the grease helps with hangovers.
I know.
Okay. I wasn't trying to be a dick.
No, I know. I get it.
Extra bacon, you know, pretty much all it was.
Pork special. But anyway. Okay, so yeah.
Retired to that nook where I assume that fisherman is in the morning.
He actually is not today. Funnily enough, he's yeah, he's not in. It's the bar is just there's like 3 or 4 people. There's a couple in one corner, and there's like one man off to the side, off in like a little booth.
All right, I ask if there's. It's out of character. Do I have to go and find myself like a seamstress or a leather worker or something like that to make a like fanciful bag that can carry the grotesque amounts of gear that I'm going to be hauling around, or do we just kind of, you know, it just works because that?
I mean, doesn't your? I mean, you.
Backpacks supposedly only hold 30 pounds of stuff. I have a lot more than 30 pounds of stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really.
You don't care? Cool. That's fine. That's all I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I don't get.
We'll mull over that then. Then I just go to a corner table and I begin sorting through all my belongings I've acquired.
Okie doke. So yeah, you do your thing. Wellspur, what would you be doing?
Go down and eat my breakfast.
All right.
Just
So I would
gotta
imagine.
James and just eat my food.
Cool. You get a big plate of ham and bacon and some eggs and a nice little side of toast. With that, you get about it's a good chunk of ham and about like 5 pieces of bacon.
It is considered a comfortable level of eating. I was gonna go with like squalid or wretched, but I felt.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh yeah. It's delicious, but okay. So you guys are doing your thing. Does anybody else wake up in the meantime, or are we just gonna
Yeah.
cut to?
Okay, well, I guess Amarok would come lumbering down the stairs, looking like he got into a fight.
Floating down the stairs, wafting on the smell of bacon.
No, like he looks like he got into a fight. He's got a shiny new black medallion on his chest, and he just plops into a chair, and just a grumpy look on his face, just starts shoveling food in his mouth.
All right. So so yeah, I'm just gonna say we're gonna just cut to everybody eventually making their way down and then eating their meal and everything. How long? Who would have been the last person to come down, and how long would they have slept in?
Probably my character.
Yeah, so we'll say it's about if it was about okay, so it's about a good 7, 8-ish o'clock by the time everybody comes down and starts to eat. Possibly 9, depending on how long he wants to really sleep in. But I mean, you guys did nothing but party when you got back for a majority of the afternoon and talk and shit. So you guys had plenty of sleep. But okay, and then yeah, so you all are at your table. You guys are all eating up. I will note that before you left Tessie's shop, she did say that something along the lines of "Be careful about that woman," and but if you do decide to, make any plans with her, just keep in mind she does pay really, really well. Just keep your wits about you with her.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make any deals.
Too late.
So everybody's downstairs, right?
Should be at this moment, yes.
Gonna
Just drowsily going down.
Okay, I'm gonna consider that was a bad idea. James kind of mulls over something as he like rolls a piece of like meat along his table and he just decides against it.
So what was that?
That's just literally me making a decision up to fate. I was gonna do something and I decided against it. I don't want to reveal what that something was, though. It has implications for the party.
Okay.
Quick question, because I know like Amrock's a little different now, but can I, in particular, sense some sort of difference within him? Just a curiosity.
Well,
I don't know.
aside from him telling us, if we spoke with him, I think we're allowed to ascertain information from him with the use of a really bad insight roll.
All right.
Because I don't know if like
You can tell he's in a bad mood.
Something seems off.
Yeah.
where be my sheet?
Okay. So a bunch of people make insight checks. Want to find out what's going on with our old puppy Amarok here.
Since
Looks
I'm
like
not doing
shit.
what I was going to do, I walk over to Amarok and I hand him the extra piece of meat that I did not eat. And I pull up my chair, my stool, climb up into it, obviously, and kind of just put my hands up on the table, and I look up at him. And what's got you down, bud?
He looks at you. Nothing.
You just gonna lie to me like that?
Since when do you care?
Mwah. Poor buddy's
Yeah,
got the
never mind. And I hop off the stool and I just walk away.
All right.
Poor buddy's got the grumpies.
Okay. So Alabaster, you can definitely get a sense that either like it might have had something to do with your conversation you had the other night, or possibly actually, oh god, yeah, grumpy puppy. That's what you see right there. So, but yeah, something definitely has him like
So,
Cooking.
and what is going on is actually I know something's wrong with him, but I don't care enough.
right.
It don't matter to me.
Well, all right. Well, fantastic.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill Cortana.
I'm too focused
yeah.
on what happened last, I guess.
Yeah,
Last
and Arusha, your insight. Yeah, you definitely get like the aura is still there, but it's like it's more grayed over now than it used to be. You'd see what normally be like a steely type bluish type color that's kind of like grayed over right now. Like something very specific is getting to him at the moment. And,
A foggy and dull look.
Yeah, I whisper this over to Minadora. I'm just like, Master, aura is a bit gray. Before it was steely blue.
Now it's a very shadowy bit coming off of him.
Ideas?
A what? Shadowy bit coming off of what?
What?
He rolled a 1 on the
angry.
insight. Clearly, this is role playing.
Don't even worry about my insight roll.
uh,
I was so focused about the events last night.
right. Yeah. So he tells you your underling tells you this, Menadora, that his aura has turned a gray color when it's normally a bright steely blue.
Certainly interesting information. Wondering why. Guess we'll have to keep a lookout for now, huh?
Yeah.
During this, you all hear outside the sound of Tessie's very, very loud set crier bot say, Orcs proposition for lands meat. Orcs make proposition for lands meat. Peace talks. Possibly planned.
I casually look over at Arusha.
Casual.
My orcish ears perk at the sound of the mentioning of orcs, and I'm just like, what?
Well,
What?
guess it's time to step out.
I step outside. I'm just like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, you hear this like over a few times, and then it changes over to just like usual public news that you'd hear around here. Fucking local apothecary has new baby. We'll name July. Something like this.
What was the news, though?
The news was essentially that the orcs who have okay. It's common knowledge at this point in time that the orcs have been making pushes towards like both acquiring new islands due to, well, for one, space and like just wanting it, and also calling for just more, wanting to be wanting more of the mainland, wanting to at least move toward the mainland, something along those lines. They have put forth, or at least sent missives and the like to the royalty to call for at least talks of sorts to get more land, but typically nothing has ever solidified of this. They've maintained their land. The only thing that's ever come about is a smaller island off of their own has been given to them, but other than that, it's pretty much maintained the same. The news is that another missive, another proposition has been sent, but this time for an actual public lands meet for peace talks between the the orc chieftains to discuss possibly moving more toward peace talks and gathering more land.
So upon hearing from the crier about this, she immediately goes into ponder mode and is like, moving for land grabs? What could they be up to?
Highly unlikely. They're most likely trying to give up some of their navy. They have a very good navy, being an island nation. So maybe trading some of their boats and goods, more land due to overpopulations.
No, the
Not-
orc chieftains are not that smart.
Not to draw your attention, but they're not an island nation anymore, boys. Look at the map.
I know they're not. That's the point. They're not that smart. Smart. Someone's playing the strings.
I thought that's Amazon.
No, that's not orc. That's not what that is. It's just green. That's. God, should I pull up the actual whole map again?
Probably.
Please delete all the excessive MRFs.
Okay.
Either way, the fact that the orcs are trying to vie for a sort of land meet to get land is a very interesting proposition based on the orcs, because history has it, orcs aren't that smart, and they've never been that smart. They've always relied on tradition and stable, steadfast relationships, and to see them, quote-unquote, submit to a diplomatic option is a far cry to what they used to be. So, and on their side is pulling the strings and making them have this meet.
Gujarek is the orc land, is the orc island. That little island you see right over there with that little bit of yellow, that's the little bit that they own.
Might have to expand the image more.
All right, hold on.
No, cat.
Enhance.
They say where the meet was going to be.
He did not. Just that they were. But there was talks of such a thing possibly happening. That. Are you wondering about that?
No, that's probably where the meat's gonna be, right?
Oh, that. Well, I mean, that's just a little bit of land that they were given.
Well, I mean, it's a border with the green one, so I assume that's where peace talks would happen, because that's probably where fighting is.
Sure. But
His cat
yes.
turned off his computer, I think.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Bye, Menadora.
There we go. I am actually back now.
It's a tabaxi assassin coming to take him out.
Tobacco.
Cat. Freaking cat.
I'll keep this in mind. Go on.
But yes. Yeah, so you guys hear that, and then you do get from the few people who and over the past few hours, like some people have come in, but you do get from the people in the bar, including the bartender especially, you do get some looks of like concern of like, really? That's very interesting. But then they eventually go back to what they were doing. So yeah, I believe some people did not do any. Just to go ahead and hop forward. Some people did not do any shopping.
Spending of currencies.
Yes. So if anybody's got any money they want to spend,
Oh, when I looked at the list yesterday,
and blow.
nothing was interesting to me.
okay.
Oh, you poor fools.
I don't know after that whole mess.
So, silly. Just to confirm, there's no demand for like ladders or anything like that by chance in the market.
Ladders.
Yeah, there's not like a big construction going on. Nobody needs like scaffolding poles or ladders by chance.
Oh, in the news, like if anybody needs any. Oh.
Yeah, just in general, in the area.
You actually, let's see. Yeah. So you, if you sit there long enough, you do get one story of a new. Let me see, of a new home and a new set of homes being built, and some looking for some hand workers and like anybody willing to any heavy lifters and construction.
Yeah, I'll. Would they be willing to buy? Any?
What are you looking to sell?
All the stuff he just bought.
Buying and selling is actually. I was gonna try and cheese the market.
Okay.
It's okay. I won't bother.
All right.
Infinite money glitches and all.
Yeah. So I guess nobody's shopping then. All right.
I mean, I'll shop with everyone else's money.
No.
You guys want to give me a bill?
No,
No. I will.
checking real quick.
I'll just grab a battle axe and a shield.
Okay.
Wander down to the local blacksmith
Mm-hmm.
or weapons store.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you do this? Does he do this on his own, or does everybody follow with him, or do their own thing?
He'll do it on his. Well, I don't know about everyone else, but I'm not following.
I'm not following.
There you go.
Follow him in the door.
I'll go out for some fresh air and happen to see my fluffy companion in a sour mood wandering off in a direction into town, and I'll follow after him.
All right. So, so yeah, you two get to the. Yeah, so I would imagine you two just ask around for the local blacksmith, or just like look around for a little bit. It's not that.
Oh, I know where he is.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Already been there.
That's right. You already shopped.
I bought out his supply of daggers.
So for the audience's sake, the actual blacksmith shop is called
The hammer and tongs.
The hammer and tongs.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Anvil works. Fred and Sons. Ye olde blacksmith.
Sorry, I'll wait until you guys are done with the turn. I have a question to ask.
All right. So what I'm learning every single day of my life is that I am fucking terrible with names. So you know what? We're just gonna call this thing the
Fred and Sons.
yeah. We're just gonna call it. Yeah, Steel and Sons. And why not? Because that's a dumbass name. So why not? I like it.
Stealing Sons.
Steel and
Is
Sons.
is the proprietor a woman? Because she's stealing sons. No.
What?
Chantel's that you, girl.
No. Okay.
And you're banned.
Well, I look. Duck through the doorway. Hello.
Yeah, you come in and there's a you hear you heard from the outside it was like a bit of banging going on, and you come in and there's
I bet stealing more sons.
there's a yeah, actually, and funnily enough, you do see a female at the counter. What you get from the noise is that she's not the one actually doing the
Stealing.
hammering. Yeah,
Yeah, she's the one.
but yeah, so you see her there, and she greets you. She says, "Hail, customer, Donnie,
Whoa.
Donnie, customers, get your ass out here." And she goes, "Welcome to Steel and Sons."
This very unfortunate name.
Yeah, I get that a lot. But what can I do you for?
I'm looking for a good axe and a shield to go with it.
Of the battle variety.
Yes. Something good, one-handed, but can use two in case I need to chop wood. Or a head.
Stones.
Why do I always hear his voice? James, what are you doing?
Casually leaning against him.
Stop sneaking up on me.
Yeah, and she goes, yes, the mercenary favorite.
Eh, I prefer bounty hunter, but whatever works.
Probably a mace, really.
I will mace you.
But yeah, and then
I scamper off to a corner.
she shouts again for Donnie, and then like when she turns over and like shouts it, she shouts it like right in his ear because as he walks through the door, and he goes, "Oh, damn it, woman! Right here!" And you see a come through the door. He a half elf, funnily enough.
Yeah, great. He's only half as good as his job.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Savage.
and he goes, but anyway, so what was that I heard about an axe? All right,
Yes, I'm looking for the what is it? The normal nomenclature. The battle axe.
Big
Something
word.
I can use one, two hands, and a nice shield to go with it.
You thought about what kind of material your shield will be made from?
The hardest material you have.
We might need alabaster for that one.
Wait.
Listen, I'm not in the mood for your jokes today. If excuse me, I'm sorry. That was uncalled for.
And do I get to roll with advantage on my insight check now? Sips a drink.
It has something to do with his medallion. There you go.
Oh god, I wasn't even on. I didn't see all these fucking gifts pop up. Okay.
They've been there.
I have so many tabs. Okay. Oh, so you wanted to make another insight check on your boy?
Yeah, I was asking, can I? Because I riled him up with a pointed question. Do I get insight? Does I get to see, the emotion?
Yeah, I told you.
Oh wait. Okay, so it's the medallion. Then I look at the medallion. What can I determine? How old is it?
It
What's
is.
the make?
It is probably very old.
Can I pin it to anything in history that I know of?
That I don't know.
All right. All right, let's
Come
call
on,
him.
give me that info. Come on.
Let's call him.
Shaking the
So,
DM.
It
So
is
what,
very ancient.
so medallion. Amrock, this is your medallion he's looking at here?
Yep.
Okay. So all right.
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
I climb up his chest hair. Stare at the medallion.
What are you? Get off of me!
Russian pepper isn't happy.
I
Okay.
flip it over. There's a hammer or sickle crossed on the back.
This
Flip it over.
medallion.
Keep it solid.
Dang.
Now, that's a noise I've never heard before.
Same.
You darn tootin' killer.
But okay, so the medallion itself, I mean, he's not wrong. It is fucking almost it's incredibly old. This thing goes back probably
Past I would ever know. Okay.
well, I
You
mean,
don't gotta spoil it more.
well, it goes back a long way. Probably to just not to really spoil anything, but it goes, if not before, sometime during the actual like orcish human war.
And you'll see it's a black, probably onyx, like flame with a white paw pressed into it. Like a white paw print pressed into a black flame.
Yep.
And there you go. So, about this axe.
Yes. So they see your little thing that your buddy crawling all over you in your little conversation.
Don't actually.
The half elf has already like gone back to hammering, and the woman has just been kind of chuckling at your little antics you've been doing the whole time, and then said, "So yeah, that'll be." See here, that will be, and she said, "So no specifications, just a nice hearty steel great axe."
No, he
Well-
wants it made out of bronze.
Well, why would I want that?
So it's useless. Of course it's steel. Come on.
Just, I'm looking at the little one. Like, why are you bothering me?
Because she's wasting our time. Give him the axe, give her the gold, let's go.
Yeah, and that's what I'm waiting for. Unless she has something special hidden behind the counter, that's all I need.
No. She says this, and she says, "Yeah, that'll be about a good
20 gold.
30 gold."
Boom.
Yeah, 30 gold. There you go. So
No,
you hand it over.
no,
And
no, no.
20 GP.
It is 20.
20?
At regular market value. And this is a big city. Rather popular. Probably a lot of people selling a lot of weapons and swords and shields and stuff.
And I'm not in the mood for your shit.
What is happening over here?
Don't worry about it. Just you should know.
It's not in character is what it is.
You're
Minus XP.
I mean, mine says my name. It doesn't say my character's name.
All right.
your
So,
blacksmith's counter person is overcharging for products by 50%.
Sued.
you said you wanted. Well, you said you wanted. Oh, Jesus Christ! Stop it!
A battle act
Stop it!
is
What did
a
we say? What did we just have a talk about?
Just mute yourself if you need to laugh that hard.
That's exactly what I did.
Someone didn't.
Christ.
I muted, then unmuted by accident.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Keep going.
yeah. So you asked for their best material. I mean, these things. You asked for the best. You gotta pay
Well,
for it.
that's why I was asking if it has some kind of bonus to it in addition to the normal stats. Cool. If not,
If not, then you're not paying more than 20. Okay.
yeah.
Now let me ask you something. So the weapon we're talking about is a great axe, right? That's what you're buying.
Battle axe.
Battle act.
So 10 gold. Okay, so
Hmm.
not a great axe.
Yeah, I said battle axe. Said that like 3 times. But this little one keeps talking and interrupting.
Well, no, I'm just fucking tired. But anyway, okay, yeah. So 10. So exchange happens. She like beats the wall and she says, and she says time, and then he says, come back in like a day or two. It should be done.
I can do
Go
it.
to
Thank you
another
very much.
blacksmith in town.
Yeah, they tell you 5 days.
What? Holy shit.
Getting bamboozled.
Fine.
Oh
I-
man!
I-
yeah. Hold up.
I
Let me
pat Amarok on the back.
let me go back here and let me just
We'll
just
go
say
to a bigger city
okay.
one day.
yeah. Okay. Battle axe. All right. Ding ding. Okay, here you go, buddy. Gold. Thank you.
No,
Grazie.
it's just you'd think they'd have some
Well, no.
stuff on
He
hand.
asked. He didn't look around the store for like just to pick what he said. I want it out of your best material. You wanted a specially made axe. Now, what do you want this thing to look like? Do you want it to look like anything in particular?
Oh,
Because otherwise, like you came here to buy a battle axe.
yes.
Otherwise, like just a regular battle axe, no specifications, then yeah, just grab one off the wall.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
You
I
came
didn't-
in here, you said,
I
I
was-
want it out of your best fucking steel. What the fuck, man?
Well, he was talking about James.
Like, what the
James fucked it all up.
Like, come on, yeah. So fucking grab a battle axe and you're good.
I do. That's what I want. And he started talking about brass and.
Being a dink. Because she was
Yeah.
because you were trying to get her to ask him if he wanted it out of any special materials, and I was like, yeah, out of fucking bronze. So it's useless. It was
Okay. Anyway, yes, I buy a battle axe. I thank them. I apologize for James. I throw gold at them, and then I leave.
You don't even hand it to them, you just throw it.
Here, just take it. Just fucking take it. And I leave.
You shove your money.
You forgot your shield.
I bought both of them. I already had it taken. I got it. We're good. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, this is awesome. Okay, so I'm assuming, yeah. So you both walk outside, and
I pulled my hair out.
it's in a, it's actually in a pretty, it's pretty crowded out early today. A lot of hustle, a lot of bustle, as they say. But as you step out, you
Somebody
and Jay,
covers your pocket.
not quite, but as you step out, you hear, you both hear Well, blow me down. And then, if you look over, James,
My
especially,
God.
you will see a very, very familiar face. Somebody possibly from your old crew. Oh, fuck. Christ. What? Okay.
From my
So,
old crew.
all right.
What a
So,
meatball sack.
so 5 perception checks for what I don't know. So we'll just go with that first one there.
I'm just spamming them.
Yeah, the 13. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a lucky number.
So yeah, you looked over and you look him over. He definitely, absolutely looks familiar to you, and you can place him. You can definitely place him on your old crew.
Except they should all be dead.
Oh, they should, shouldn't they? It's weird.
Yeah.
It's real weird.
I run over to him and stab him furiously with my rapier.
But anyway, yeah. So he says, "Oh, blow me down," and he comes over, and he says, "My God," and he actually gets leans down. It's like he's talking. James Brooks. Holy shit! Do you know? It's me. Do you remember me? It's Tim.
Grab him. Is he wearing a shirt?
Well, yeah.
And you said he leaned down.
Yeah, he leaned over.
I grab him by the scruff of the neck and I pull him in real close with a dagger to his neck. And I tell him, shh. And we walk off to an alleyway.
I follow.
All right. Let's say that you get to you walk over to a nearby alleyway. There's some orphan kids around, and he like walking through, like they're like playing in the street, and he's like tripping over one or two, and it's like a little bit. One of them's messing with him, and you come over and to the alleyway, and he says, "Whoa, whoa, 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 oh, buddy, it's me. It's Tim. It's the cabin boy."
Is he talking with the dagger next to his throat? That's kind of dangerous, because
Have you
it's
slit it yet?
really close to his throat, and if he talked, I mean, walking alone's hard enough, really, without.
Are you threatening me, or are you threatening him?
He's well aware of the cold steel pressed against his neck. Walking with the up and down motion is already kind of sketchy. If he wishes to talk, by all means. I did tell him to be quiet, though.
Ooh.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You guys went to an alleyway, and when you got there,
Okay. See, I thought you were saying all the way there.
Not while you were walking. No. I went through the children that he tripped over.
Oh. I give them some money.
You're being very generous today.
No, I'm paying them off. I mean, like 5. How many kids were there? Like 3?
Yeah, it was about 3 of them.
I give them a copper piece each.
Okay.
It goes a long way. You scoff. You can damn near buy a chicken for that.
Right. Hey, I mean, your money. Yeah, they say, "Oh, thank you, sir," and then they walk off. I skitter off, and yeah. So we're here now, and then he's saying this, with his hands outstretched, nothing, and he says, "It's me. It's Tim. It's the cabin boy."
Mm. Friend of yours, James?
A ghost.
Looks pretty fleshy.
Indeed.
Yeah, he'd say, it's Tim Two Tapper. You know, you guys are you and your other buddies would sometimes have fun. We got drunk, and then you maybe throw knives at my feet and make me dance around all the time. All the fun times we had.
It doesn't sound like fun at all.
Tell me, Tim. By the way, this entire time, I'm staring unblinkingly straight into his eyes. Tell me, Tim. How are you alive?
well, let's just say,
James, you seem to have lost your accent.
yeah, and he would
for other reasons on that one, but yeah.
he kind of give like a shaky chuckle. You go, what did you think you were the only one who fell off deck during that whole encounter? It's not just me either.
So there's character stuff that I did more because obviously previously I was like I left it super open for you, and then we realized that was a problem. So I was doing character stuff with my character, and I haven't brought you up to speed with that.
Exactly. I like, dude.
Too late.
So this
I'm
is
just gonna go
fine.
ahead and tell you. Yeah, everything I'm about to tell you is going to more than likely completely clash with whatever you have.
So I'm gonna railroad you a little, and so I gotta make a decision now. I don't want to have to make one this early. All right, fuck it. I tell him to remove his shirt.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he like puts his. I mean, you're 2 feet to the ground. Do you just have him do this while leaned?
I release him.
Okay.
Although I don't release my dagger, I'm still holding it.
Of course. Yeah, and
It's okay, I'm right next to you. He ain't going nowhere.
yeah, he looks to your dog, your new dog friend too, your new dog
Looks
toil
up to
friend. Yeah. Like he looks back at the both of you, and then he's like, he just shakily takes his shirt off.
James, if he does anything, you go high, I go low.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with this. So, as he's taking his shirt off, does he have any like spots, markings?
He has some
unnatural markings.
Unnatural.
Yeah.
Everything on it that you can assume with whatever medical knowledge that you have would more than likely have come. Would more than likely have
scars
come. Yeah,
from tattoo with an anchor, maybe.
Yeah, there's like a little gingerbread man.
Okay.
On him, but well, that's the thing, though.
You said he was a cabin boy.
He was.
Okay. I relax a little, and I kind of chuckle and I just kind of say, we never really did let you take any of the hull. You never really went out with the boys, did you?
Yeah, he sits there, is like his arms just kind of cradling his stomach, and I'm going, well,
I do wipe some sweat from my brow. My character was sweating. I was very tense. I will add that for the sake of everyone else's trying to get some idea from what's going on.
All right. Yeah, I said, well, I don't really know. I wasn't really. I was given a few scraps.
Yeah.
From the captain, whenever he on a good day, which was. Then he paused.
So when he says captain, I kind of bend down a little, kind of like in pain almost, and then I stand up taller, and I go, Jim, get your dumb ass out of this alleyway before I gut you like a fish. And then I go back, I kind of shake myself, and I just grab a pouch and I hand it to him, and it's got some coins in it, and I walk away.
Okay. So you do that, and what was the wisdom save for?
Self-control.
Okay.
I think he's letting fate decide how he acts.
No, that's very much character reasons.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you shout this at him, and then he goes, he says, all right, I just want to see, see. I'm sorry. Just want to see my old friend again. And he grabs his shirt, and then he skitters away. But before he can make it to the end of the alleyway, he suddenly stops and then like grabs the wall shakily, and not in the like, not just out of fear. Like it's more like he feels weak all of a sudden, and then he starts coughing a little bit, and then letting out a few coughs. He tries to get away again, and then falls to his on all fours, and then proceeds to start vomiting profusely.
Glow.
And yeah, this is not fear, what you're seeing right here. This is a sickness brought on by something, something on his, something that happened.
This is fine. This all lines up.
But yeah, he starts vomiting really profusely, and then he starts vomiting blood,
Ugh.
and then more, and then more. And then people have already started to go like, oh god, oh geez, like outside, because he's like near outside the fucking alleyway, or like get it.
Do you want to? You should probably help your friend.
Like people are calling for a fucking
He's already
healer.
dead.
Oh,
I would. Ugh.
oh, yeah, and then he falls down after puking up, which you can assume is an actual piece of
All of his body. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's now in a pool of his own blood and viscera.
Yeah. Well, I guess I walk back over and I take my money back and
Just loot him.
well, better out than in, they always say. And I relieve him of I relieve Cabin Boy Tim of what little belongings he had on this earthly plane.
Do you want that? That might be infected with something now.
And I use his half unstained shirt to wipe the muck off my boots as I leave.
Emrock looks at you with a completely disgusted face. This is what I did this for.
Do you guys not want to like actually check over the body itself?
I really don't want to touch it.
Oh, that's.
I mean,
fine.
I pull out Jeremy.
I take my nat 20 investigate check.
I push him over.
I knew it. She's singing the rose already.
Okay, so yeah.
You asked for this. I was just gonna leave.
No. I mean, I wouldn't have asked if I didn't want to do it. So.
I set up my gurney and my surgical set. You know, I do a full autopsy, biopsy.
Please, everyone, stand back. Let him
Slap
work.
on my latex gloves. Scalpel.
Here you go. I hand you my battle axe.
I can even carry it.
Yeah. Come on,
Okay.
Just all in the leverage.
So you immediately find just eagle vision. We go into Assassin's Creed Eagle Vision, and you immediately spot what happened. An abnormality of sorts, which is a very, very, very small needle in the back of his leg.
From a blow dart.
What,
Which means our killer is like 25 feet away from us. Well, as of like 10, 20 seconds ago. But, yeah. So, assuming my investigative check is a broader, kind of more crime scene-y thing, judging by the fact that a blow dart can only be fired by a reasonable user within roughly 20 feet, 40 feet, without too much penalty. More experienced users, maybe 100 paces or so. How we were obviously in an alleyway, buildings along the side, hustle and bustle. They would need a clear shot. Got him in the leg, low angle. I imagine I have some idea of where this individual may have been.
Well, can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he run into some kids? Just
This
saying.
is true. The children I paid off.
You just paid him to kill him.
Man, I Alabaster, like, your psychic ability is just...
I'm just very good at noticing the details that are thrown at my face.
Even though
No,
your
no, no,
character's technically not there.
That's what the joke I'm making is that...
Okay.
because
Yeah, I was assuming
Alabaster-
it was shot by a blow dart. I wanted it to be a ranged attack in a chase scene.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
too wishful on my part.
Well,
I was looking
that's
for
not-
my next question was like any cloaked figures running off in the crowd. You know, is there jump on
I-
Amarok's
Oh
shoulders?
wait, wait. Even if he doesn't see anything, I sniff the dart.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh, dear.
Come on, this is supposed to be my thing.
I assist him.
He sniffs the dart.
Yeah. Smells like a dart.
Well,
Can I do one more?
I mean, my investigation. So I determined that there's a dart. Do I like? I assume I pull the dart out. I assume it's poison.
yes.
Can I determine what the poison is?
Whoops.
Oh my God, Amarok.
Oh man. There's
That's
too much
a bad
vomit.
day.
There's too much vomit.
Yeah, it's so much. It's so bad.
Is the dart wet?
With blood?
Okay.
No. Like, is it wet from like a? Because if it was fired from a blow dart, there'd be a bit of moisture on it. Probably be a bit of oil, maybe from the dart chamber. Something to allow it to travel more smoothly down the barrel.
Yeah, you do see.
Or is it
looking
dry?
as very, very closely with your eagle vision, you do see a glint, a slight glint of what, of just the barest amount of moisture there, of a more greenish hue, which you, let me see. You do
that's the poison.
Yeah, you do recognize it as a, like, obviously it was poison, obviously, but you don't know exactly, like, exactly
better
the
find out.
poison.
I taste it.
Or you start vomiting. And
Delicious.
then and now James is dead. So but
Well, that was fast.
Well,
You know,
looking
you
into my
should.
pile of goodies. Let's see. Shit.
You know, maybe Arusha might know something about these. You know, the orcs are very tribal-esque.
So there's a drop. There's like one droplet of poison on the end of this needle. Yeah.
yeah, there's a little bit of moisture.
Damn, I'm trying to be creative about this. I take.
You know what? With your with your investigation and your years of piratry, of pirating, and whatnot, I will give you advantage due to the fact that what you saw happen to this man, you have seen before. But you're having a tough time recalling what exactly caused it.
Do you want me to roll a history check? Medicine?
History works, just to recall.
Oof. Not my best value to roll it.
Okay. So from that,
Or did you want me to roll with advantage on that?
yeah, roll that again.
Slightly better.
So it's on the tip of your tongue, we'll say,
Oh,
but this
God,
is
I'm dead.
absolutely a this is absolutely a poison that that you have seen and practiced before. It is a a poison that
Well, I have an idea. I take that little gold locket I got forever ago, in case you don't remember. And I put the droplet. I open the locket and I put the droplet inside. It should seal it. It shouldn't evaporate, and it'll just kind of roll around inside.
okay.
Because it's gold. It's metal. Shouldn't seep into it or anything. I don't want to dump out a flask of oil. It seems kind of wasteful. I mean, I could burn his body, I guess, but no real sense in that.
You both begin to also hear the sounds of let's just say this has been happening over the course of a few seconds. Like you
Mhm.
guys have been just looking over this thing, but then you begin to hear the sounds of heavy footfalls of armor
Yeah, guards.
approaching.
Good friends of mine, I assure you. Well, love to stay in chat. I take like a triple move action due to my roguish speed. How tall are the nearby buildings? I assume they have rooftops with tiles.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they're
Also, with my my somewhat extensive knowledge of this area's, networks of alleyways. Is this a good alley location with which to run into and evade armed authorities, or should the rooftops prove to be a better escape option?
well.
Yeah, just fuck me.
I mean, you can come with. You're quick on your feet, I assume.
Well, from where you are right now, it would let's just say it would take a little bit of doing to. You could definitely try. Absolutely, not going.
No,
to
I know.
dissuade you.
I climb exceptionally well. How tall are the buildings? If that's a good option? That's totally not out of the question.
They're about a good 2.5 to 3 stories.
Mm-hmm. Because climbing doesn't actually slow me down. Like I climb at the speed I can run / walk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess I abandon him. No, I can't do that to him. Why do you got to do this to me? I just grab Amarok by the tail and we start running down some alleyways.
Yeah. So yeah, I was also just gonna follow that up with that. The alleyway doesn't end. It there's like a cross section where between some buildings and whatnot that you guys can scurry off through.
Why? I follow him, but why are we running? Should we not tell the authorities? They killed your friend.
He wasn't a friend. He should be dead.
Well, wouldn't that be called
Also,
for
I leave.
celebration?
I drop the dart, by the way, on Banier's body. I do leave the dart. They can have that. I've already got the evidence I could need.
Yeah, so you guys ditch him, and
Well, I guess he's dead now.
yes, he most certainly is, in a very, very gruesome way.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys make your way through the alleyways. You don't see too many people. You see like maybe one or two, like which you assume are homeless people just sitting about.
I pay all of them
Hmm.
a couple coppers each. How many do we run across?
About 3 through your alleyway.
Okay.
I'll hand each of them a silver.
Whoa now.
Right here.
Whoa now. Don't be messing with my market, all right? There's a fair wage going out. My eyes and ears. Don't need you ruffling that up.
No, I'm helping you out. You follow what the boss says.
So
you're
you're
gonna be real broke by the time we're done with this. It's a big town.
No, I have my background. That's what I do.
All right.
Contacting every city.
But you eventually make your way back out into the into a thoroughfare, into the streets, once more of another side of town. A much less crowded side of town, but there's still people,
Also, immediately head to an alchemist of, not questionable morals, but one who's
Menadora.
not too, yeah, Menador.
I like the sound of that.
That about sums it up. Yeah.
I like the sound of that. Take your moment, but you got there.
Okay. So
Might
you
have
head
knowledge on things, or desire it. One of them.
Or have a background related to it specifically. Sorry. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat.
Yeah. So we head back to the tavern, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because I assume Menador is still sleeping.
Yeah,
I thought I woke up somewhere.
She came down, had breakfast, and went back to bed. That breakfast that filled her up. There was so much meat. Yep. But yeah, you make your way back. You guys make your way back to the tavern. Amarok, just a confused look on his face the whole time about everything that's happening.
Nah, Amarok's down with the beat. Come on now.
Yeah.
He's a bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter.
Sure.
Contacting every city. Ear to the
What's
ground
going
is
on?
my ability.
He knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, you all make your way back to the tavern. Would everyone still be there?
Also, I assume Amarok does it as well, but I employ as many tactics of avoiding tails and disguising our passage as I possibly can, because Cabin Boy Tim very likely wasn't, as proven, a very powerful person, and they somehow managed to find me. And someone found him and killed him. So
stealth?
Yeah.
To summarize.
Okay.
It's a good stealth for moving through a broken down alley.
No, I mean all the way back to the tavern.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in most of the streets, nobody would have. People have to actually physically look down to even see James anyway, so there's that. But you're stealthy, you are invisible. You may as well be invisible.
Excellent.
Amarok has a much harder time about it, but Amarok,
he pulls his hood up.
Yeah,
uses his tail as a wig. It's fine.
But you pat like it's fine. It's passable. Just another like dull toil. Just like walking about as you do.
Mhm.
You don't really, yeah, you don't really attract any attention whatsoever. Just as you make your way back. And yeah, so would everybody still be at the tavern? I'm assuming nobody went off on their own little adventure.
I mean, I was gonna suggest uh, doing some research. I don't know if there's like a library or something similar to be able to research any particular insignias or
Magical spells.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll say you do that. What are you looking to research?
Definitely would be nice to see if there's any new magical spells I could probably put into my spell book. Copy them real quick, you know? Just the usual.
Okay, so you're looking to purchase spells.
You can purchase those?
What do
I
you?
mean, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know that actually.
You can find them. You can purchase them. You can steal
Now, I
them.
know you can find them. I
Do
didn't know
all
you could
sorts of
purchase
stuff.
them.
Yeah, I mean, there's wizards out there who will have spells written down that you can get in exchange for money. You could also in exchange for murder. You know,
Just
or a
casual.
quest or some other foolish notion.
Well, now. Although I
Okay.
actually had a. Well, never mind. Go. You were gonna say something. Go ahead.
Oh no. I mean, I'm just trying to find out what you wanted to do in the like before they show up and get you all involved in whatever the.
I was actually more than spells themselves. I was actually more curious to see if I could find any information on whatever Arusha has. 'Cause,
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So you want to look into that? Okay.
Yeah, I have my backgrounds as a researcher, by the way, alchemist researcher, or sorry, say specialist that has researcher.
Mhm.
Just I don't know if that might help or not.
All right. So where would you go about like researching this?
Are there any like I guess libraries or old fools?
There is a rather large library, in fact. Um, we'll say that I would imagine Arusha would accompany you um, on your way to this library. But you eventually find yourself in front of a rather sizable um, large a rather sizable large stone building with some very ornate doors, double doors, and a little balcony over the top of it. And
No balcony.
yeah.
Huh? Fancy. But yeah, I decided to go in there see if I could find anything pertaining any magic deities or odd, I guess, symbols pertaining to her thing.
Okay.
I don't even know what to call it. I'm blanking out on words today.
You're looking
It's called the planetary pentagram. That's what you're looking for.
There we go. Bahamut? Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Okay. So yeah, you're looking for anything that would be tied to it. Are you just looking for history on it, or just any general information on it?
Any general information?
Okay. Well, you walk into the library and you're greeted by a gentleman, by an older gentleman, not like really old, but a very salty gentleman. He's got kind of a like a graying-ish beard and really long grayish beard and shaved head and got some spectacles.
Hmm.
And yeah, he'd greet you and as you walked in. And would you just go looking for the information yourself, or would you?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you go about it. You look around through like just the all the history section and all that and the only thing you manage to find that's of uh, that actually seems substantial in any way is an old book, an old like a really old looking like weathered
Ooh, that's the best thing to find.
like a shitty book tucked off into a little corner, and it and the only things you get in it are it's a lot of history on it's actually a lot about orcish history in general and yeah, a lot of the history in it pertains to their gods, of course, and things of that nature. And you get a little appendices, a little well, no, that's not okay. I just wanted to say that word, but you get a little bit in there. I just felt like saying that right now.
No worries.
But you get a little bit of info that yeah, this god is crazy fucking old. Like and and you say Bahamut, and it's interesting that you say that because this creature, it's noted through certain parts in the history that um like as far as like any mentions of this creature go, it's always appeared like people have said that they have seen it and they have seen what it can do, and there's always been hearsay and whatnot about it, but like anybody who's ever like lived to ever say anything about it has either been like has either died due to mysterious circumstances or has lost their mind. Um,
Interesting.
but
And those are the people who've encountered the power of the god or the power of like the mysterious creature.
um, yeah, it would be mostly the creature itself. And every single case is different. Like sometimes the names are even different, but it usually goes back to that one name. That name is mentioned.
So the connection between all the cases is the name, correct? Or are there
Absolutely.
are there other traits connecting the creature to the various cases?
The insanity is definitely one. Whenever the name is mentioned, like craziness is always apparent. Funnily enough, any deaths that would even be that anyone could associate with it were not like nobody directly ties it to it. It's always been secondhand. But insanity, the name itself, and yeah, any mention of actually like seeing something.
All right.
Looked at me at the door. I was like, Eldritch?
What was that? Sorry.
Are we dealing with something Eldritch?
I wish there was more information, but still interesting nonetheless. I think I'll keep this book for myself. I don't think the library really needs it, huh?
Probably not.
Right.
But it is quite strange to think that mentioned several times throughout this text as a part of several eyewitness cases.
It's quite interesting indeed. Nothing like a little insanity to keep people alive, you know? But yeah, I decided to close the book and keep it with me and try to exit with it
All
hidden
right.
underneath.
All right. So,
Is that a book in your pocket or
Wouldn't you like to know?
quite the bulge in your pants there, miss?
okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna need a stealth check if you're gonna try to sneak out with this rather thick book.
Giggity.
Give me a second
That thick
before
spine, though.
I do any of that.
Ugh.
Before I do any of that, my friend, let me
It's
get a quick.
yieldy Facebook. Thick.
All right. I want to, so I don't even have to do that potentially. Trying to look real quick.
There's my page and thick.
Sorry, just making sure. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm positive now about this. Oh crud! What whoops! I didn't think that'd be that big. Yeah, I wish to shrink down the book, so it's just basically just stowed away unseen.
Mm,
That's a good idea.
that it is. Okay.
I'm gonna just proceed to leave with it. Last 1 minute. I mean, 1 minute should be more than enough to get out.
Sure. So I'm assuming you just stow this away in your robe pocket.
Purse.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Right,
just slip out.
So, just a second. I need a small pee break.
No problem. Gonna add that book into my inventory.
Beef.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, this has been an interesting episode.
we're catching up on stuff.
I'm doing plot things. Yay.
Yeah.
I'm glad Silly's ideas for my backstory line up well with my ideas for my backstory so far.
At least he's being proactive,
Mm-hmm.
moving the plot along rather than shitting around and having us fuck around for God knows how long.
Can't tell me what to do.
At least we're getting to the point with most of these interactions. Oh, it's interesting to say the least. Though so far, Cal has proven to be a layered character.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we always knew he was.
Mm-hmm.
Like an
No.
onion, I am.
Yeah,
Oh.
but we didn't really see the extent of his layers until now.
We're starting to see
Boy.
layers. It's like Shrek.
It's
Oh.
like the Oliver
He's
ship. You've got the bottom and the top.
Some good Destiny 2
He-
going on there, buddy.
Okay. So yeah, you steal that book real good.
Well, he shrinks it, he doesn't steal it. We already
I
went over
mean-
this. That's a rather rare material.
Uh-huh.
I'm a little confused, but let's
So is the shopkeeper.
Oh, all right. Well,
Shots fired. We got knives down.
anyway,
I mean, you could have just checked the book out.
Yeah.
yeah, but I wanted to keep it forever, so
But then, like, what
Whatever.
happens when, like, some evil ne'er-do-well comes along looking for the book, and they look at the list on who checked it out, and they hunt him down and kill him for it?
well, I just want the book. I don't want to
Exactly.
process all that.
No, I mean you completely. I mean you overrided it. You just completely just said no. I'm just taking.
Yeah, it's just I don't have
And
to
then
worry
it's-
about it. Yeah, I don't want anyone knowing what I'm grabbing. So
Yeah, jeez, come on, DM. Like, what are you, some, like, omnipotent super being? God. You're not my mom.
yet,
But all right. So yeah, you. Okay. So yeah. Okay. You take the book, and then I'm assuming you leave. Do you head back to the tavern, or?
Mhm.
Okay. So let's just say that you both arrive there pretty much nearly. You get there before he does, but like he gets there pretty soon after. So, so you walk in, and then you see your other compatriot, because Alabaster would be the only one still
Passed
in
out.
there. Actually, you know what I want to say? While you were out checking that book, Alabaster, would you have been playing your instrument?
Yes.
Making that money.
Okay. While you were doing so, he's fucking. Okay. Thank you so much if you did, but does anybody happen to remember the name of the Velvet Drake's bartender?
I do indeed. And just to be sure I'm not dumb and wrong about it, I'm going to check my paperwork. Just to be sure. Because I know I can be wrong about things. It is Eco. Okay, I was close on my initial guess. Eco, Ikko. She is the owner of the Velvet Drake and a most saucy dragoness.
Yes. Thank you so much. Inspiration.
Oh, take it.
But anyway.
On another.
But anyway, so yeah, while you're playing it, Eco would like try to call you over. She'd say, "Hey, Alabaster, is that your name?"
Yes.
Yeah, she'd like try to call you over, and if you do, she would say, "So yeah, I saw you playing the other night, and this morning, and you play a damn fine viola. Would you like to make yourself a little cash on the side?"
Yes. Yes. Very much so.
Yeah, she'd say, yeah, she'd point to the little stage-ish. It's just like a little bit off the ground, like a little stair thing to get up to it. But she'd point over to it, and she'd say, the band hasn't, or my musicians haven't, well, shown up today, and I'm getting a little desperate for the moment. People, well, they like their music with their food, so you can go and I can give you a little stage to play your music for everybody here, and I'll pay you for it.
I would be delighted. So I do my thing. God damn it!
Oh,
I can never roll good on that instrument thing.
I mean, you had
You gotta-
advantage, right?
Huh?
You know, 'cause you had a stage, and you sat around, tuning it and preparing yourself.
Yeah, and I just see so much
No,
better.
No, the
Okay,
first,
the
the
right.
first.
that's the. See, we don't have to worry. See, in Hoff's game, we have to actually roll twice, but in this game, that second number right there is your advantage.
If you had it, it rolls. If you yeah.
Okay.
So, you know what? I would absolutely agree. You spend every fucking waking minute playing this thing. Like, you should absolutely at this point, like,
Well, not
You
always.
know what
She
you
can
do.
have a bad
Well,
performance.
you can have a bad day, absolutely, but you spent the night playing it, a majority of it, and
Yep.
you have a song down, we'll say, that you know you're going to play. So, all right. So yeah, let's say that you're playing, and you're playing some fucking some killer mellow jams on that thing, and we see the other crew members first.
I'm playing a song of the sea.
Ah, beautiful. Yeah.
Hello.
Are you playing the tune of Shanny Nichols?
I'm
Oh.
just playing a song of longing for the sea.
Oh, Shanny Nichols, she worked at the bar.
Yeah, so you play this really this kind of really serene, calming melody that becomes somber and picks up on on a few occasions, and the other crew members come in as you're playing these melodies, and you all see Alabaster playing probably some of, like, you guys see her, like, you obviously see her playing here and there. This is a full-on song that she's been working on, like, through all of her playing here and there, or a song that she knows, and it is gorgeous sounding. Everybody is immediately put at ease as they walk in. It's beautiful, and you've even amassed a small crowd who like with their chairs and their tables like gather to watch you perform. And,
Yeah.
so everybody walks in while you're playing, and we'll say that by the time that James and Amarat get there, you've finished your that melody. So yeah, you can you guys come in. So
You
James,
mean the door opens, and then like a couple seconds later, Amarok steps through?
yeah,
Because I'm so short.
right.
The door just swings open by a gust of wind. And...
So while Wellspur is playing her little tune, did you you wanted to talk to James wanted to talk to Silver about his to Menadora.
Menadora, roll perception
Silver.
for me.
Oh, so I'm officially in the tavern with all you guys?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, everybody's here now.
Okay. Want to roll perception?
Yeah,
for
get
the
your bad
jar?
roll out of the way first. We need your good one for the arcane stuff. And before
Oh
he
my
rolls a
god.
20.
How? Wait. So I have a question actually, because I have
So-
passive perception. I would have a 16 because I have a plus
I have
5
a
on passive
23 for
perception
stealth.
because of observing.
I have
First
a
off,
20 for myself.
for passive perception.
My stealth is 23 right now. I'm just wondering if you see me sneak up on you because I want to pull you away. I just want to do a little
Oh.
perception.
Oh. That still
Okay.
doesn't change my question though. Before we get to it, I just
Your passive perception is not high enough to see me.
I mean, if you rolled the 23, unless I rolled a nat 20, it is impossible for me to see you regardless.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So I sneak under the tables, and I tap Menadora very feverishly on the leg.
What the heck was this little runt? What the hell's pressing against my leg? Oh,
And then I sneak around and I kind of start moving off to the stairwell and beckoning.
it's this little rascal. All right, I'll see what you got to say. I'm following.
All
I
right.
scamper up the stairs. I go to Amarok's room, not my room,
All right.
and I wait. I ensure the room is clear.
Locked.
Well, not when we get there. I check the room, make sure it looks untouched since Amrock was last in there, at least to my best of my knowledge. I close, the windows if there's any windows there. I'm hoping he's got an interior.
Amrock will quickly scoop up candles that were melted in a circle.
Oh.
Okay. you look around the room with your investigation. You case the joint.
What do I find?
I mean, you don't really see.
Well, apparently there's a fucking ritual circle in the room. What do you mean I don't see much?
He was joking.
No, I wasn't.
Oh my! Stop it! Stop it, Amarok. We haven't discussed this. We haven't discussed this, Amarok.
We haven't, but he walked in on it.
God damn it!
He picked the room. I didn't tell him to go there. He went there.
That's unfortunately
Scooping
true.
them up.
Like, no, get out. Like, go to your room. They shut the door.
Did you enter the building before me?
No, I came in behind you, like
then
you said.
I go into your room.
Oh my.
All right. We obviously need to set up some actions here. So fucking James goes over to Menador. While you're doing that,
And in
Amarok, what
passing,
you
I
do-
head up to
Yeah.
the room.
My door was locked. Did you pick the lock?
Sure, let's go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Easy. What lock?
Oh my god.
Look,
My room's being cased. It has to be. All right.
It's-
So I'm gonna pick someone whom I expect to have A, the least security, and B, to be the least under scrutiny. Menador's some weird thing. Hoff's new. I can't trust him. Alabaster probably spends most of her time in Amarok's room, so that leaves Amarok's room.
That makes sense. Let's go to the most trustworthy person's room. There's a fucking dark ritual in there.
I mean,
Guys, all right. Calm down. Okay.
You don't know it's a dark ritual. It just,
This isn't like you guys. Nobody's separate here, so separate actions aren't taking place. You both walked into the same building, so what would both of you have been doing at that time? Amarok, what would you have been doing when you walked into the building and heard? Like I told you about Alabaster playing a song. So what would you have been doing in this time?
Well, we were focused on finding Menadora for said poison. So I guess we'd go up and I'd probably, okay, You see him go to my room. Like, just wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Even if you couldn't see James, you'd see Menadora just walk over.
Yeah.
Like so
Like,
you
hey.
Well, all the rooms are just upstairs. Like, there's-
Mhm.
you see Menador start heading to the rooms.
Yeah, I go, wait, let me clean up. It's messy. Yeah, okay.
You say as you hear your latch unbolt.
Dives just to keep door from opening. Stop! No, wait. You wait here. And he slips in, shuts the door. You hear scooping and scraping and things being put right. And then he opens. Okay.
Can I use my 24 perception then?
Yes,
That I
I'll tell you.
rolled?
You saw candles in a circle, fucked up
Okay.
chalk, and white,
Okay.
and a bunch of shit that was just thrown out from a travel pack all over the bed. But now that he lets you in, it's all cleaned up.
Did I get a chance to see the shape the circle was in?
Yeah, it's in a circle.
Right. Anything inside of it? Any ruins or strange words or
pentagrams.
you know?
Demonic
Maybe a
ritual,
pentagram.
I assume I determined rather easily that it was a a magical circle of sorts.
Yep.
And I
And
probably
I think
could,
you would need Arcana.
right to know what it does, but I assume I saw exactly what it was. That's what I'm saying. Like I committed to memory.
Yeah. Well, it was already it was already fucked up to begin with.
So it's a little scuffed.
Like,
so I have an incomplete
it
summoning
was
circle
scuffed.
found in Amarok's room.
Yes.
Okay. I quickly sketch it into my journal as we walk into the
I
room.
slap his journal out of his hand. I slapped the journal out of his hand.
You
No.
don't see me doing this.
How? You're in my room.
Yeah.
You just pull out a book and start writing in it.
Oh, come on.
Guys, come on.
This is
Come on.
ridiculous now.
You hide what do you hide under his bed to do it? Like
You're busy. No, like you're. So I open the door.
Fine,
you
fine,
push
whatever.
past me.
Fine,
I
you
see
get
it. I
half- you get
sketch it
half
down.
Fine, whatever. Okay.
all right.
Then we go inside. I
Yep.
pull out the locket. I pull a stool over because fuck, the table's too tall. And I put the locket on the stool. I shake it around a little first, actually, to make sure that the droplet is going to be on the bottom of the locket. Then I put it on the stool.
All right.
What do you know about poisons?
This is where I ask again. How does observant work against it? Because I can also do a +5 in passive intelligence investigation. Does that also apply the same as it would for like passive wisdom, except instead for perception it would be investigation?
Observant as in the feat?
Yes. Is it?
How'd you
is
get
it a
that?
feat? It is part of. I picked it up. Crud, I have
Okay,
it
so
written
you're
down. Human variant.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you're a
okay. Yeah,
human.
cool.
Yeah, human.
Yeah.
All right.
That would put me at. That would put me at 20. Just naturally, I believe.
24.
That's why I want. That's why I wanted to ask. Like, I don't know exactly how the
Yeah, what's the
passive
20?
system-
Let me
Well-
look.
Does it start at 10 and then go up from there?
Yeah. Your 10
And I have-
10's base for passive things. 10
Okay,
plus.
then I have 5 plus my modifier and proficiency, and then +5 for observant.
Yeah, you have 10 plus. Are you talking about for like perception, passive perception?
Investigation.
Is there
No,
a passive
perception I have.
investigation?
That's at least what the description for observant says. You have a +5 bonus to your passive wisdom, which is perception, and passive intelligence, which is investigation scores.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking, because there's no
Yeah.
thing for it, but
Then
the fact that the observant feat mentions it.
yeah, then it would just be it'd be 10 plus 5 for observance, or 15 plus whatever your investigation ability is.
Which is 5. So
So then, yeah,
naturally,
you have a passive of 20 in that. You are very good at putting things together. Just naturally, without even like that's the passive perception and investigation in this case rolls are just basically like that's your character's just kind of ambient perceptiveness. Like that's your level of just like you just being in a place, not specifically looking for anything in particular. When you roll is when you're like, I look for this. I want to,
okay.
the point of the passive is just sort of DM to be like say like you walk into a room and there's a creature hiding in the room, and you're just like, well, I go in the room. It's like, okay, passive perception versus this thing stealth roll. Whereas if you're like, I peek into the room, it's like, okay, well, he's looking for stuff. Does he, roll perception to see if you see the creature, right?
Okay.
That's the difference. So if you don't in your case, you should avoid explicitly stating that you're looking for stuff because your passive is so high, which is kind of weird, but yeah.
Listen, I have to have something, okay? So, I guess
Okay.
back to it. What's the...
Okay, so you would need to actually you would need to look at it, and if you want to find out anything about it or like learn about it, then you would have to roll an investigation.
Dang, what the heck is the purpose of passive investigation then?
Yeah. This is kind of the problem I have with that as well. It's like if your passive value
Because like
gets
investigation
gets,
itself is supposed to be looking further into the object.
right, but what I'm saying is like if your
Right.
passive value is so high, like you never want to not use it. Right?
Yeah.
Like
It's so confusing.
yeah. Because
So
if you have a
GM,
+5, you need to roll
You-
a 15 or higher to beat your passive investigation value.
yeah, which kind of feels like it defeats my purpose.
Seems foolish. You only need to do that 25% of the time or less.
But, Sir DM, what's your
Uh-huh.
final verdict?
Roll.
Alright.
I mean, you
See,
still have
this is
Oh,
this is
fuck.
why I hate rolling.
Oh my god. Look, guys.
All right, so tell me what
Okay.
happened. It's fine. It happened. So what can I do?
Well,
You accidentally poisoned yourself.
yeah, that's an outcome for sure. I'm gonna look into the passive stuff though, just to be sure about this.
This is the exact reason why I hate luck. It's not your fault, Silly.
Look, this is also the players themselves don't even need to do this. This is why there are other people who can look into things like this for someone.
Menadara has insanely good investigative abilities, though.
That was on
Well, I
purpose
mean-
too.
Also, we don't know who we can trust.
People just blow dart
Regardless.
at people.
You make the final decision. I'll follow it. Say okay. You asked me to roll. I rolled. That's what I got. Unfortunately, we'll go along with it.
Well, I think observing gives you more stuff than that.
I wrote down
no,
everything.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. Never mind.
It gives like 3 things,
Yeah.
which they've already been accounted for.
All right. So you don't poison yourself.
I'm gonna. Interesting. Hold on.
Should be
No.
silly. Looking at this, whether it's just, I mean, you're distracted from, really being just absorbed into now this whole new thing with Arusha and all that business, and just like so many things you have to research as it is, even for a great intellect such as yourself. It's
That's too much going through my mind right now.
It's quite a bit.
It's hard to focus.
I mean, just from looking at it, you know that it is obviously it's a poison substance of some kind, but you clearly can't. You can't place its origins. Yeah.
That being said, oh, never mind. Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
What did you want to say? What is it?
No, I was reading to the researcher description, but it only pertains to pieces of lore, which don't know if poison would account for a piece of lore.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
So, just to finally finish up, so the general consensus on the passive thing is that it's the always on state. This is what your character is always aware of. So like that's the baseline, which is why it gets weird when you taking into consideration the rolling stuff, and it's going to be like far and above on average, way less than your passive.
Which
is really
I guess you'd only want to roll if you really, really want to learn something more.
It's that the general consensus is it's really dumb. People don't like it.
Nice.
Okay.
So I don't know how to feel about that.
Okay. So after this whole discussion we had here, and just taking a second to think about it, so let's say that you do your thing. You are concerned, like it's your, or rather, you do have a lot of stuff on your mind, but you lean in and you take a good look at this thing, and from this thing is definitely more so tied to this world's poisons. But and you but of your research of this world and its inhabitants, you do know that there are that those of the sea, those of pirates, use a particular type of poison. There is a favored type of poison that they like to use.
Probably hangman's or something like that. Dead man's hand or something.
Called the Red Sea. And
fitting name.
This this poison is very, like, the ingredients are very, very, very hard to come by, which is why when you see something like this, it is it's very much cause for alarm. And pirates are usually the only people who like to undertake finding said ingredients, which is why it's popular among them. So, plus, it's very, very effective and very, very deadly, as in can kill in a matter of seconds.
Some people saw.
Yeah.
All right. So that's as much as I gather, I suppose.
Yeah. So James, the second he says Red Sea, it's like, oh, there it is. Fucking clicks. It's like, oh shit.
Do you have some enemies we need to know about?
You know, live a life like mine, you're bound to make some friends.
Well, considering the fact that, someone particular is using a familiar poison to this gentleman, there's a high chance of that, it seems.
Okay, do you know anybody we can go and, talk to about this, or is it the needle in the haystack?
That's where I would ask if my researcher skill would come into play or not.
Try a gold coin in a sunken ship.
There's always seems to be some kind of tale like that with you pirates.
I mean,
So,
you asked about needle in a haystack, you know. Except for mine's worse because you can't really find the haystack in question, let alone the needle inside haystack.
Okay, so where does this lead us?
you know that. Yeah, so currently you know that somebody who was associated with James was just murdered with a very, very lethal, very rare poison. You assume by a blow dart, but it could have been, well, anything.
Could have been
But a
the
blow dart
three
is
stray
definitely
children
right.
or blow dart.
Children slash half elf or halfling,
Exactly.
which they saw James, so they know he's alive. Which they saw me next to him, so they know I him. Oh, great! Now I have to look out for needles.
Would appear I've endangered all of you.
Yeah. So, like I said, who do you have a grudge or has a grudge against you? This in the butt.
I don't know.
Oh,
Anyone?
fantastic.
That's a great question.
I close the locket. I pocket it. I say sorry. I'll darken your doorsteps no more. And I leave.
Oh, crud, Robot Man.
Whoa, buddy.
You're roboting real hard, dude.
Is that you, Queen? Is Queen joining us?
Probably.
Alright, you're gonna have to repeat everything.
Well, sorry. I grab him by his collar. Like,
Ooh,
Oh,
robot
God.
again, buddy.
one second. One
Yeah.
second here. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-mm. Every once in a while, you robot.
One.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I grab him by his collar. I say, "Don't be stupid. We figure this out."
Alright.
What's it matter to you?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you travel with me long enough, I take a little liking to you. No matter how annoying you are. That kind of speed. Besides, aren't you a man of stature? This is something you need to figure out. Yes? No?
That was just silent all of a sudden. Forever.
I think
I'm a
It
man
is
of
2
many
years of
things.
yeah, as you have more than one told us, but maybe you should actually fly up to it.
This would be a lot easier if you weren't cutting up so much.
Yeah, I don't know why you're roboting so hard, man.
I switched mics.
Oh.
No, but what'd you
I
say?
don't,
You
I don't
said-
think it's the mic. I think it's the internet connection.
Yeah, it is.
Uh,
AT&T
I'm-
throttling your bandwidth, Kappa.
Oh yeah, there we go.
All right. We've brief intermission, folks. Anybody who's still with us, we have
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
here
We're live in 3,
Yeah, sorry.
2, 1.
I cut it off and restarted it. See
Oof.
okay. Where was
No.
I? No.
Oh boy. Oh
No.
boy.
It doesn't stop, buddy.
Has hell been unleashed?
The
Okay.
machines have
Okay.
machines have taken
So
over.
I think we didn't praise the great Machina enough.
Okay.
all right.
Okay. How's this?
Um,
Yes, no.
Hello.
Kirk.
so
Turquoise.
far. Good so far.
Okay. Well, I gotta saying. Fuck. I completely lost my spot with all that.
You were
Had him grabbed by the scruff.
I'll darken your hardships no more. Grab you by the scruff.
Grab him by a scruff and say, "What do you think you're doing? We'll figure this out. I thought you were a man of stature."
and then
I am a man of many things. And what's it to you, anyways? I allude back to this morning when I asked you roughly the same line of questions.
Well, you've been hanging out around me long enough. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a liking to your little smelly self. Am I roboting?
No.
No, you're good.
there we got it. A tense silence takes hold of the room as a confrontation between two compatriots takes place.
Like I said before, I think probably James is contemplating.
We cut back to Wellspur playing another very, very
Body
melodious.
jiggle.
Yeah, still going down, still racking that money in. I put a little like bowl in front of where I'm playing so people can drop me some coins, you know.
Oh yeah,
Does it
people
say
were like,
milk on it? Cream.
yeah,
playing-
people were throwing you like even with your first song, like there were some people like tossing you some coins here and there. So you got a bowl there. So how does James respond?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It seems we all have our demons. Perhaps
Aye.
we should help each other to eliminate them.
This might be more true than you think. And I kind of slap his hands and
Yeah.
and walk out the door.
Amrock kind of looks back at the smudged circle and like, yes, maybe more true than we think.
And
And before the door gets closed, I wait until they both turn their backs like away from me.
Amrock standing in the room.
Yep. In my bedroom that you guys bombarded and barged your way in.
Shh, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, get out.
Alright, don't rush me. Don't rush me.
Stop touching my shit and get out.
it is seance night.
A lot of shit went down.
Oh my god, that's funny.
By the way, did Amarock's room stink of sulfur by chance? Brimstone.
Maybe little bit, just a little bit. The weird frost on some of the windowsills and.
What are you doing?
I mean, I assume there's going to be obvious signs of stuff.
No, that wouldn't be there. No, actually, the room actually looks pretty immaculate. That's the only thing you saw was just melted candles and now a smudged circle. Room was
We're talking about a
immaculate.
guy who carries around tabaxi oils with him. You can imagine he uses them quite often.
Yeah, it probably smells delicious in there.
Yeah, he's gonna have some pickled meat, if you know what I'm saying.
No.
But well, what did you want to do, Wellsboro? Did you just want to do something in his room and hope he walked off?
Who? Who?
Menadora, I'm sorry.
Whoa, buddy. uh,
Not really. Minodora's room. It's for like.
This game of telephone is getting out of hand.
Okay,
wow.
Menadora, yeah. Did you want to do anything, or we're not doing that anymore?
Guess it might not be doable.
Did you want some time with his circle?
Maybe.
It's a smudge right now.
With a 20
There's some-
investigation, I'm pretty sure he could recreate it.
Yeah, I just threw him like a really
No.
big bone with that. So, but okay.
But yeah, I guess I start
however-
hitting out slightly.
James goes to his room and he writes up some letters. And then, that does take some time, so.
Okay.
Anybody
James.
else wants to act?
Yeah.
Big sigh of relief.
How long do you stand around the door again?
Until you leave.
Alright. How short am I again?
Not that short.
Yet.
I love that through this whole thing, nobody's like. I get you're assuming, but nobody's even tried to like ask him like, "Hey, what's up with the circle?"
I'd rather not
Everybody
ask.
being all sneaky and not one.
At least.
Like,
I
nobody
get that
tries to ask him any questions. Is he just that intimidating? Is that what it is?
No.
I like to have some secrets.
People assume. It's fine. But okay, so we get a cute little thing between Menno and Amarok, where Menno just waits outside his door for Amarok to leave. And then we.
Go ahead.
Sorry, but then we well, actually, it would be Menadora and Arusha, because Arusha's right there with you.
Oh, good. Did she throw out all this actually?
She follows you everywhere, dog.
Oh dang. It's like a party member.
She is your personal.
She fuses into you during dialogue.
Arusha joins the party and just like merges in. Like old school games.
I have it as an auto assumption now that Arusha's pretty much just going to follow her master everywhere. So,
I'm gonna keep forgetting that.
And I'm the dog person.
So, I guess I'll just say it. That stealth roll is me opening the window of my room. I know some people heard that.
well,
Okay. Are you saying some people need to roll perception? Because there's a certain dog person who's now alone in his room, cleaning up all evidence.
all right.
And by some people, I mean Menador, because Menador mentioned they have a 16 passive perception due to.
Okay, if I wanted to play this as like actually realistically as possible, then the people with the dog and the cat ears would have heard you before anybody else.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it's that likely from a
Right.
closed door that I'd hear you as well
But because this is a game,
without really. being-
Alabaster's playing music downstairs. No way she heard. And through
Exactly.
2 closed doors, I don't think the dog's going to hear it anyways.
How is
Yeah, but you're
everybody's
far
passive
away.
perception so freaking high?
Listen, we
I
need
live in
something. We can't all be beefcakes.
I know, but everybody's passive perception is like 15 and above, and mine is just like 10.
I mean, mine was intended to be that sort of stuff, like to deal with that sort of thing.
Yeah, so
Possibly.
Manadora, you're left with the decision. You heard the conversation. Do you wait to get into Amarok's room, or do you
Wait.
investigate mine?
I wanna. I'm trying to think.
Pick a room to investigate.
I wanna think. I'm trying to think. I got options I can do. There's too many.
You do have a
You
subordinate.
do very little of that as of late.
What's that?
Do very little of thinking.
What do you mean?
He just dissed you.
Dang, man, that's rough. I thought you were my sidekick, dude.
And
how
Then
you're
but at least
really
you have, at
insane.
least you need, which you don't have right now. So indecisive you are.
I love how it's like pick between two options, you and your compatriot. Mmm.
I don't know. This is rough.
I
Boy,
want
oh
to.
boy. What would me and my friend do if we had to pick two different things?
Okay,
Ah.
so one of the players are essentially leaving the party right now. So what seems more alarming?
All right.
I mean, that's
Bye.
not true.
Arusha,
You don't know I'm leaving.
I open a
Arusha,
window and leave some
you wanna-
letters.
Arusha, you
No
wanna
one
go?
knows I wrote letters. I just,
I do. I'm your god. I know you wrote letters.
Arusha, you wanna go follow James? I guess.
Risk getting stabbed by that fucking midget?
You're like 3 times its size. What are you afraid of?
Him stabbing me in my vagina.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Amarok opens the door. Keep
I
it
don't
down
think-
out here.
I don't think our species are compatible.
It caught me off guard.
Hey, I mean humans can breed with dog people now. You never know.
Yeah, but I'm a halfling. I'm already a
Supposedly.
human breeded
You're
with something
human.
else. I don't think it works twice.
Either way, I think that man is bad news.
Yeah, well,
It
Someone
definitely
needs
is.
to
If we go after him, we may have to fight him at some point. That's my assumption.
I have no intentions of fighting right now, but I do want to talk to this little softy over here.
All right. Well,
Okay.
off into the night I go.
So James,
Bye.
what you do that nobody else knows what happens, I guess, is you leave your letters and you open your window and you hop outside.
And I wander down to the dock to the orphan that I first paid off near the near the shipping yard for the crown. And I start gathering my information using him as a little scout, and I hide out in his little rundown shack.
Okay. I'm just gonna cut you off right here. So before any of that, we're just gonna say that you scamper off into the night. We get a shot of you, or into the. I mean, it's actually
Midday.
it's midday.
Scampers off into the midday.
To the midday. It's still
Into the-
daytime.
Into the sun.
But it rained yesterday a little bit, so I mean, it's wet outside.
Into the overcast.
So yeah, okay. But yeah, so you go off,
Clouds form as I start climbing out.
and yeah, we get a shot of that. And okay, and then we we pull back and we get a shot of Amarok, I imagine, cleaning up his room or whatnot, and then Arusha and Minadora talking, and then we go back to Alabaster, who is cleaning up in
Yeah, someone's got to fix this mess.
How much money did I make?
and then we are going to and then we're gonna I'm gonna have a zoom out, and then with James just going off and doing his thing, and
Into
then
a crowded street, fading away.
and yeah, you fade into the fucking it's like you walk. It's like you're in a little hallway, and then you walk into the crowd of people, and then nothing, and then we cut to credits right then and there. Alabaster, you make a tidy with that 21. You make a tidy.
21 silver.
you make a tidy. At least 56 gold.
56
Uh,
gold?
No, no, I'm
dang.
My
I'm
ears
just-
start burning, and I make a mad dash back to the tavern. And I take this musical muse with me.
So 50.
No, no, no,
You
56
can
gold.
play any sea shanty you want, lass.
Look, I just love doing this to you guys now because I know I'm gonna get an instant reaction. But you make like a decent, like about 11 gold,
11 gold?
which is still good. Which is still great.
It's fucking insane.
But I mean, you're
Was
playing
he
in one of the
stripping?
nicer. You're playing in one of the nicer taverns, and
It's true. They
and
charge a
that's-
gold
that's-
per night.
Yeah, and that's just your fucking. That's just your tip. She
Oof.
pays you. She pays you a solid 30 gold, so you make a decent paycheck.
I'm
41 GP.
60s.
You could,
gonna polish off my little flute.
Alright, alright. That's all mine. Nobody gets it. This is going to feed my
Heroin addict
Your lack of
addictions.
your emotional dependencies. You gotta take those
Yeah,
for that.
yeah, that's going to feed my bad habits and my drinking from trying to know what emotions are. So bring me a fucking big bottle of beer.
Oh yeah.
Do they have bottles? Aren't they
Do
just
they have
like pitchers and
Yeah, bring me a pitcher
Glasses
then.
and mugs.
Jesus, not beer, ale.
Kegs.
It's gotta be really strong.
just get a barrel. Just get them to roll a barrel out for you.
Okay,
wanna
girl.
just-
No.
Man, it's not that expensive. Come on, let me take a look here.
It's not a matter of expense, but
But
you should
that's-
be able to drink everything.
It was literally a
that's-
matter of expense.
But that's game, fellas. So I'll. What'd you think? What was it? What was it this time? I know last time it was boring. Like what was the verdict this time?
I think last time was boring.
Everybody's backstory is falling apart.
Well, we're getting into it now,
No,
aren't we?
mine-
Yeah.
Nobody
Mine's-
got into mine.
Mine's
I'm
fun.
free.
Or
I'm free.
Alabaster didn't do much.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Alabaster's backstory is pretty straightforward.
You don't know about it.
Yeah, we dipped in the mine accidentally.
What?
Listen,
See, the,
I had
and the
a-
really funny thing is that I haven't read any of the Draconomicon stuff because I don't want to taint my knowledge with my character's knowledge because they should be the same. So me picking your room was literally because I thought personally, as James, that was the room to pick. And then you mentioned that, and I went, "Oh my God, yes!"
That's what I was trying to say. Are you sure? Are you positive?
Like that's the best room to go to. And I was like, "Oh, that's why you don't want
He's
me
the
in
most-
there."
So that's why
He's the
you
most
said
law-abiding
something.
guy.
That's why you said something about me spending time in Namarok's room. Because if you read Draconomicon, I'm always in my room by myself, playing
Yeah,
music.
I don't know. Like my character shouldn't know those things. So I'm not gonna risk my own meta knowledge tainting that because I already ruin everything for myself. So I don't want to make it worse.
Yeah, you
I had
just picked the right
actually
one.
forgotten.
My disguise is perfect.
I had completely forgotten that was a dare to begin with.
Well, Amarok came down all roughed up, had his all brand new medallion on. Everybody
I
kind of
just figured you had a sexual conquest with Alabaster.
Oh
my God.
my
No, a
god!
sexual falling out. One of the two.
Alabaster is a goddamn virgin.
Oh, sure
Well-
she is.
None of us know any of this,
You could have just asked her.
but it wasn't.
But would she even tell us the truth?
Yes, she would literally. She's very straightforward. If she doesn't want to say something, she will say she doesn't want to say it, just like she did with Arusha.
There's nothing
Yeah,
stopping
but-
you guys from doing a fucking insight check into Alabaster. you know, if
Yeah.
you wanted her to lie to you.
Who would believe that she's a virgin? She runs up and gropes people's titties.
That's the whole
Just
point, bro.
random.
Squeezes
That's the whole
asses,
point.
Who would believe that?
But that's the whole point. You guys fell into it.
Whore! Whore!
Oh my god.
Someone dragged the dog away. I think
For
he's got
all you
me.
know, I could just be looking for suitable wives for my overlord to marry and produce more.
Raw. Is that what we're
Yeah.
calling it now?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So James, yes. I will. Unless there's more, if you want to talk to me about anything with that, please.
Well,
please let me
basically, my
know,
thing is I
because
want to
holy shit.
get away from hurting more people. Because as mentioned in my thing I sent to you, at least one of the reasons, as you know, there's a reason within there as to why I don't want these people being hurt. And then there's another reason as to why I want to stay, obviously.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna go hole up down in that little orphan's place as my lair for now, and I'll use my network of spies, and I will find this person. And
Yeah,
I will
you guys are
exact-
good. I'll just go enjoy
Benjamin.
my gold.
or I'll die. One of the two.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
What's up to you?
I-
I don't want to throw away the character yet, but I am willing to have this character die.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh no, believe me. I think this is fine. The only thing that I was just that I like my main point about that is just that the path that I've set for this can still be carried out, but I've got to change a few inner workings now. So with this information, but yeah. So I suppose James is no longer currently with the party until somebody goes and gets him, but wherever he might be.
We don't know where he went.
Exactly.
Hey,
So,
while
You
I-
also don't know if I left.
While
Yeah,
I'm at it,
technically.
can I sell those stupid bottles filled with like strange liquid oil, whatever the fuck it is, making them believe these are some very exquisite tobacco that I will never get anywhere else, and that they're extremely good for the skin? How
So,
much can I
perfume
sell
vials?
that?
Are
Kind of.
you gonna get perfume vials or flasks for oil? One of these will look a lot nicer than the other. One of them also costs a lot more.
Perfume vial.
Perfume vials are 5 GP. They are full when you buy them, though.
Well, I have these bottles, and I just want to make it believe people, and I want
No.
to use my I want to use my second identity for that.
You have a second identity.
Yes, I do.
Not cat person bard.
Yes, I do.
It's my persona.
I have a
It's
second.
just my persona.
Do I really have to remind you? I'm a charlatan. And I have a second identity.
No,
that comes
I
with it.
remind you. It's the way you mention it that makes me laugh.
but yeah, so I'm gonna skedaddle. Yeah, everybody had a
Wow.
good time then.
Yeah, we actually ended before time.
And on an interesting note, things
Mhm.
things are kind of shaking out, so to speak.
Right. How about that
Good,
lamb's
good.
meat though?
Yeah. Yeah,
Gonna
fuck
shake things
that.
up even more. Assassination
Fuck
likely
that.
will happen. Magical explosions probably. Everyone will die. Huge blame going
Deal.
around.
Demon summoning from 3 different people in the party.
I was
Yeah,
born.
fuck that
Mine,
Lance.
I'm
out
not.
of here.
I'm not summoning a demon.
Mine.
Release
I mean,
one.
you could have been the one to confront me in my room. It could have been fun.
I could have been, but I had no interest in it until you continued to push against
No.
it.
No, Arusha.
Oh yeah,
said
I
they were
wanted.
bored. They could have been the one to confront me. In my room.
I wanted her to.
Could have stopped me from going to my room too.
I'll be honest, I forgot. Listen, I forget that it's assumed that she's following me now.
It's okay though.
It's funny.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
my
interesting.
character's not gonna fuck with your character counter. That's just good. That's a big wall right there.
Rebellious teen, afraid of a little midget. Got it. Oh, sorry. Have fun. My bad. I'm sorry.
But all right, fellas. I love you guys, and
Silly's like,
I
get the
gotta.
fuck out of this one.
Well, no. I mean, it's actually 2 o'clock now, and I can get myself at least 5 hours. So I think that's great.
Oh,
Sounds good, man.
rest well, my friend.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night, my friends.
Oh, fuck.
Mm.